Okay. Here we go. I'll just get started in the meantime. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome Srihan. Welcome other new friends. I will be doing a quick lesson today. My name is Jason. I'm a chess master, and I do quite a lot of coaching, usually on the internet. Now, is everyone here familiar with how the pieces move?
Yes.
Does everyone know about checkmate?
Yes.
And check?
Yes.
And stalemate?
Yes.
And double check?
No.
And pins, forks, skewers, sporks, and skewers.
Yes.
The pawns move backwards, right?
And how pawns don't go backwards. Okay. What I thought I would show you guys today is some really fun mates that you guys could use, definitely in your own games, because I've seen a number of them in my students' games. If I let me flip the board over, I'll show it from Black's perspective. Okay, here's the first one. I'm gonna show a few of these.
Hey, I'm not able to move the pieces.
If white was to start with e4. Okay, so there's a number of good moves here, but the one that you're going to see the most and probably play the most is e5. But okay, if you want, there's like 50 other moves. You can play a Sicilian or a Caro-Kann or a Pyrrhic or a French or a Modern or an Alekhine or whatever. But okay, we're going e5. Normally, here comes a horse. I mean, this is probably the most played opening of them all. Now, is everyone familiar? Has anyone seen the Petrov's defense?
I have.
We've seen it. Srihan's definitely seen it because you've had to play against that many times. Have you guys ever seen this Petrov?
Yes, I saw it a lot of times.
Yeah, very solid, favored by strong players like Caruana and Pomniachi.
But if you're playing like beginner to intermediate, they play this stupid opening called the Stafford Gambit.
Don't give it away.
No.
Okay. Srihan knows the next thing I was about to talk about. Hello. Okay, we have a new friend joining us. Okay. Oh, it's Ari.
Yes.
That's
Hello.
our new friend. Okay, and Ari is very familiar with what I'm about to show you.
I used to play the Stafford very often.
He knows the Stafford. I know he knows the Stafford because I stupidly taught him the Stafford, and I feel very guilty about it. Okay, white can and often should take the pawn. Now, you guys, it's Black's turn. We can recapture, but we're not really supposed to. It's a little bit shaky. Now, the main line and a very solid one, which I'll recommend for all of you guys, is to play the move d6, chase away this knight. The knight flees, we get back our pawn, and this is an extremely solid position. Really nothing we need to be especially afraid of. Oh, we have a new friend. Nelly. Yes, beautiful. Okay. And two others. All right. We are not going to be playing a very good move d6. What I was going to, if not recommend, but at least inform you of the existence of knight c6, known colloquially as the Stafford Gambit. If you guys were playing chess during COVID, you would know that this was like every game for like a solid 8-month period in like 2021.
Because of Eric Rosen.
Yes, because of popularized by Eric Rosen, who I'm going to name drop. That was my buddy from 20 years ago. I do not approve of him popularizing this opening. It's pretty bad.
I never saw this move because I didn't play chess during COVID.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might not. You might have been 2 or 3 years old during COVID. White is supposed to take. There's not really another good move. And Black recaptures, and they've lost a pawn. But well, for one, they'd like to get the pawn back. But more importantly, there's various attacking ideas. There's a Catherine. All right, moving right along. If white knows the best continuation, it's knight c3, bishop c5 is tricky. And then if they know about this h3, this is frankly unplayable. Like, I think the Stafford is pretty well refuted because we've lost all of these options. And white is basically just up a center pawn. And I mean, you could analyze this a bit, but you're not going to find anything that's not like -1.5, which, oh, wow. How did I know? Okay, +1.5. Basically, that just means white is much better. However, we are giving these opponents an awful lot of credit to think that they will be booked up on the white side of this, kind of crummy gambit.
E3
like
is do a trap.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show you some tricks. D3 is fine, but there's like a lot of tactics that now black has to be aware of. We're just going to continue to develop. That's kind of the point of this gambit. We lost a pawn, but we do get pretty rapid development. Bishop C5.
Wait, what? I thought we could just do check.
Check? What check? Oh, this check.
I just did check. And
a good question, but the thing is, this check, it doesn't do that much because they just get out of check, or they get out of check, or they get out of check. So a check just for the sake of checking is not that good. Now a check that does some damage is
set up a trap.
All right, focus, my lads and lasses. Bishop c5 is much more menacing because there's going to be a variety of sacrifices on like the f2 square. I can't even remember what the best move is here. Like, I think if they go h3 now, there's like still bizarre sacrifice.
Pawn f3 was probably the move that.
Oh, pawn f3. Oh God. What I'm going to play is a bishop to g5, a very logical blunder. If not blunder, then at least pretty bad. Yeah, probably a blunder. Okay, you guys. Now, if you've already seen this one, it's going to be as clear as day. But if you've never come across this idea, it's going to be an extremely surprising move. Because don't give it away if your name is Ari and Srihan. Please don't give it away, because I know you guys know it. But basically, what I wanted to point out is this knight is super pinned. If you move this knight, they're going to take your queen. Moving this knight is the dumbest move ever. You should never move this knight. Okay, so we're going to move the knight. Okay, now, I don't know what white is supposed to do here. Probably go back in time and play a better variation. However, they don't have a time machine, and I don't know if they're going to be introspective enough to know that they are now deep in our spider web. They take the queen. Toot, 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 toot. The stupid queen. Okay, now freeze. Freeze. I know you know it, Srihan.
Come on.
Okay.
It's captured with our...
Hold on now, guys. We have just lost an entire queen. That is literally the second worst thing that could ever happen in a game of chess, short of getting checkmated. We are down a queen, and she will be missed sorely. But we will celebrate her sacrifice. Black to play. We are going to have to do something very quickly and very, very forcefully, because otherwise we're down a queen and we just lose. So our next move has got to land like a ton of cinder blocks. Anyone see it? It is mate in 2.
Bishop to f2.
Very good. And as Ari, I know you know that one too. And we take. No big deal. Even though this is check and it's defended by the knight and they can't move here because of the horse, but they can just go here. No big deal. Everything is totally fine and there is no emergency. Everything is fine. It's all under control. Okay, who's got to move? Who's got to move?
Bishop to g4.
Yes, it's Srihan's bishop g4 and my same lad. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and all right, what should white play here?
So white should move.
I don't think they can really.
I'm open to suggestions. Someone find a move for white. I'm Srihan.
Rematch.
King e8.
Yes, king to e8, capturing our king is probably their best try. No, it's already mate. It's already mate. And black wins with a very pretty queen sacrifice. Oh, if you thought that was our only queen sacrifice, you haven't met me yet. Here is my my shortest ever, I guess it's a tournament win. I don't know if it was a rated tournament, but when I was a young lad of about 10 or 11, I learned this Budapest Gambit, which is this one. Also not a very good opening. Probably not as bad as the Stafford, but it's pretty dicey because white can and should just take the pawn. Maybe my opponent was definitely unprepared for this. A kid named like Billy Slupik. True story. God, that's actually a true story. D5, which is not very good. They really should have taken the pawn, and black is going to suffer a little bit. But after this, I got to play here. And my opponent finds a very nice developing move because he wants to go e3, but he doesn't want to block in the bishop. So, super reasonable choice. Bishop g5. Now, my friends, this knight is super duper pinned. There is absolutely no scenario where we're going to move this knight. Moving this knight would be extremely foolish.
So,
Okay, so I'm going to move the knight.
Don't you take with the bishop first?
Yeah, Ari, you are correct. This is actually even more accurate, but this is extremely good too. Ari's idea is take with check, they recapture, and now this with check. They can't take our queen because they're in check, and I mean, this is a disaster. I was not that sophisticated as like a 10-year-old, though. I just wanted to do the pretty mate. So I play this. Oh, no, my queen. Make sure to say that, oh, no, my queen. So they take it. Okay. Now, guys, don't all shout out at once. Who knows a move? All right, Srihan. Srihan, you're muted. I couldn't even hear you.
Okay, bishop f2.
All right, yeah, I'm sure you guys all see it. Now, another example. I think this is called the Legal's mate. Goodbye, queen, and hello, chicken checkmate. I don't know why I'm just doing the lowrider theme song. I don't usually do that.
This is like a blood right sacrifice.
That's the blood right sacrifice. I call it the Legal's mate, but I will accept blood right sacrifice. That is way more metal. Okay, and another cute little queen stack.
I think we have another way to do it.
Was there... Wait, another way to do this one?
So knight to...
Don't say G4. Don't do it.
Not G4, but G...
I don't follow. No. It's got to be this.
G6.
Knight to G6. Let's go. Why won't... That's so weird. It's not letting me. Okay, that is a super strong move.
I think it's pinned to the king, so you can't move it there.
Wait,
all right. Moving right along, another mate. Here, I'll show you. I've got one more queen sack. It's not a Legal's mate, but it's a much better. It's probably a better example. Let me flip this one over so we see white. Okay. Since we're on the subject, I thought I would do a bunch of queen sacks. I guess I have to show the most famous queen sack of them all. And, you know, one of the most famous games of chess ever played, if you believe the story. As the legend goes, the player with white was like the greatest player to never be world champion, Paul Morphy, who was during the 19th century, was like a grandmaster strength player when like the second best guy on the planet was like maybe as good as me. That's not very good. And Paul Morphy was like a strong grandmaster level player during an era where that made absolutely no sense. This would be the same as him being like a great mathematician during the Stone Age, or, you know, maybe living in a cave with other cavemen, but like doing calculus. That's how far ahead. That is how far ahead of the, you know, technology and civilization he was. So Paul Morphy during the 1800s was like ridiculously good at chess. His opponents in this game were not as they just weren't that good. Now the story goes this game was played during an opera, like while people are like singing, you know, that stuff. if you believe the tale, I think the tale is fishy, but you know what? I'm going to go with it. This is called the Opera House game.
Why are you talking about history when we're learning about chess?
Focus, my lad. We are going to talk a lot about history. For example, during the First World War, they fought in. Oh, come on, man, just pay attention. Okay, E4, E5. It was good then, and it's good today. Knight F3, still good. This hasn't gotten less good out over time. D6, reasonable. Now, guys, I am not going to like highly espouse the virtues of this with this Philidor's defense. It's decent. As long as after D4, as long as they play like exactly Knight D7, it's all right. I guess you could also take, and that's playable, and there's like weird lines like Queen takes, Knight C6, Bishop B5, pinning it. This is all right. What is less all right is Bishop G4, and it is possible that this move is already, if not losing by force, then approximately horrible. Yes. White to play, and again, Paul Morphy was so ahead of the times. He was at least, probably a good 1,000 points stronger than these opponents, whoever they were. Pawn takes pawn, because if they recapture, well, this isn't too hard. Queen takes queen, king takes, and now look at that. Free pawn hits the bishop, and, worst opening ever. So instead of that, black comes up with a brilliant workaround. I'm just not going to take the pawn yet. I'll start with the knight. It gets recaptured, not with the pawn. We don't want doubled pawns, with the king, and everything is totally fine. Now, for the entire rest of the game, from move 6 or whatever, till the rest of the game, white should make a threat on every successive move. Every move we make has to attack something. That is how you keep the initiative. That is how you stand up the rising of the tides. Bishop C4. Now, if you guys have ever seen the 4-move checkmate, it looks a bit like that. Black, not to be dissuaded. They develop a piece and stop the mate. Now, this next one is actually really clean. Does anyone know this?
B3? Queen B3?
Best bit of technique from this whole game.
Is it Queen B3?
Ari knows it. We
Queen
get
B3.
on our roller skates and we slide to freedom. Woo! Okay. And the idea now is we just attack F7 from a new direction. We couldn't get there vertically, so we will try diagonally. And the threat is just bishop takes pawn, followed by queen E6. And that's going to do the trick. Black plays this. Now, here is why. Here is why I'm not entirely sure that this game really happened like they said they did. I think it's more of an urban legend, because I cannot imagine doing anything besides queen takes pawn here.
What? You could definitely take with the bishop.
Wait, oh, this?
Yeah, first.
All right, that's pretty sick too. Dang it, Ari! Stop being smarter than me, okay? I had never even thought of it. Yeah, bishop takes, queen takes, then this. That looks ridiculously strong. That absolutely is ridiculously strong. Okay, so there's a bunch of moves here that are basically just winning, and he didn't play any of them. And that's why I'm like, really? And that's why I think that like maybe someone just made up this game. Like, this was cute. Knight C3 is a lovely developing move, but there was just like a lot of really good moves we could have played. But okay, now black's like, haha, C6, defending B7. Everything is totally under control. Okay, so we're just going to keep on activating our pieces. Bam! Pin the knight. B5, which could be highly problematic because black does not have good development. Black is not even close to being able to castle, because in order to castle, they would have to move the queen and then move the bishop and then do this. That's going to become really important in a second, because white is going to hammer them hammerishly. Of course, we can sack the knight, because even though we're going to lose a good chunk of material, what we will gain is the, warm feeling of doing a good job. No. White has a monstrous attack in exchange for, they only gave up a knight, and they got a couple pawns. That was hardly an investment.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think Black's best move would probably be queen b4 and not taking back the knight there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anything would be better than this. So this is absolutely busted. They block with the knight, which is a good developing move. They have to get out of check. Okay, white to play, and castling is pretty good, right? Castle,
Queen side.
cat. We all castle, right? Right.
Yep. Right.
Oh, we castled the other way.
Yeah.
We want to castle queen side because this one comes with an additional, it's one more weapon. They have to defend. If they also castle queen side, this is just mate. Boop. Okay, so instead of that, rook here. Now, my friends and co-conspirators, we are like really, really wanting to play the move rook d1, but there's already a rook in the way. This is unacceptable. Out of my way. No. I swear I'm going to run and I will kick you in the butt and you will fly. You'll never do it. Okay, here I come. And he kicks him in the butt and he flies. Okay, there goes the rook. No big deal. Okay. Everything is activated to the absolutely most effective square. We've got several different pins going. Monstrous open file. The queen is having an idea. The foreshadowing. Also notice, I want to point this out. White moved 3 pawns all game. They made a pawn move. They made a pawn move. They made a pawn move. And that was it. That was it. The rest of them is knights and bishops and rooks and queens. That is the priority. And that's all we're going to need. That's all we're going to need is the pawn moves way less impactful. Queen e6 is almost a really good move. If they could just like trade queens and then just like somehow castle and not lose to other stuff like this, which they definitely would. But queen e6 is a perfectly good try if you are content to lose the game. No, it was busted already, and it has been. White to play. This is, well, looks pretty checkmate-ish from where I'm sitting. Who sees a strong move?
Probably bishop take rook.
Toot. Yeah, just splatter it. We've got this. They have to get out of check. They can't take the queen. They can't take like this. I mean, maybe they should, but that loses the queen, among other problems. Okay, so they use the knight. Okay, you guys. This is one of those moments that will live on in infamy. White to play. Guys, I'll give you a hint. I'm going to give you a giant hint.
Queen.
I really, really want to play rook d8 checkmate. But the rook, he forgot his jumping shoes, and he cannot clear the entire equestrian height of this horse. But, like, I still really want to play that. Okay, you guys. White to play and maybe just trick this knight into getting out of our way.
Queen. Queen.
That was my idea.
No, God, that's a terrible move. Whoever suggested that move, that is unacceptable. You just lost your queen.
What? But at least
No,
the,
I can't. I don't have enough words to describe how bad that move. Okay, checkmate. All right, there it is. And white almost ran out of pieces, but they had just a little bit of fuel left. The bishop supports the rook, which gives check. All the squares are covered. Black is still like 8 moves away from castling. By the way, you guys, if you take nothing else away from this lesson, please castle, because in all the moves where, someone just got squashed like out of the opening, none of them were castled. If any of them were castled, the game wouldn't have gone this way. They might lose in some different way, but at least they will lose in style. And yeah, I love the just efficiency of this game. Every move is initiative. Every move is attacking. Every move is generating threats. Every
Except
move
knight.
has a very clear and concise purpose. That is how you play strong chess. Black was, yeah, I mean, black was not even close to that level, but they still contributed to this beautiful game. And that is the Opera House game. And a bonus one, my own bonus game. Okay, I'm gonna go through this one quick. My favorite English opening, my favorite symmetrical English. Bishop, fianchettos, bishop, fianchettos. We bring out a horse. Oh, I'm sorry, don't bring out the bishop yet. I messed up the move order. Knight c6, knight. Here we go. Okay, slightly shaky move order, but not that bad yet. a3, a very useful move. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, I got to play this once. I was inspired by a game by Wesley So in like 2017. He somehow got this move order to work, and he dropped a knight e4.
Mhm.
Really, really, really good move because it attacks the pawn and it attacks d6, and it has another idea. Wesley's opponent played like practically a forced move, knight f5, but White is still like already happy with this because this is kind of like an awkward
Could you
situation.
also play knight g6, knight g8? I feel like that works better.
That's probably like the best move. Yeah, Ari's knight g8 is probably legit here. I got to play this in one blitz game, and I was so psyched on it. My opponent saw that I wanted to take the pawn. He also saw that knight d6 was very problematic. So he's like, I got this. I can cover all of that at the same time. Everything is totally under control. My friends, there are no problems here. Everything is super under control. And White definitely doesn't have any ideas here that are good.
I have one.
What do you got?
So you can move the knight to the pawn that's yeah, there.
I don't know about any pawns.
I'll do
It's
knight
the knight move.
f6. Knight f6.
There
But
it
then it will
is.
be
Knight
checkmate.
f6.
Well, look at that.
Knight
That is
f6.
check, but there's a small problem. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to take our own queen. Thank you for your service. Ah! No. Already, mate. For 1,000,000,000,000,000 bonus panda points. Who knows what a checkmate with a knight is called?
Smother mate.
Thank you. Yeah, a smothered mate. Because the king is smothered by all of his own pieces. All of these pieces are what checkmates him. There. Wait, I've got a smothered mate in 3. Terrible. Terrible. There we go. Look at that. You got, I mean, that's already checkmate. That is already checkmate. I would not recommend playing this way for either side, but, you know, chess is very results-oriented, so Black should be psyched on this, even though 66% of their moves were terrible. It's only the last one. It's only the last one that they remember. Okay, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hopping into this lecture. I plan to be holding many more of these, and I hope you guys will all join us for those. Before we wrap up, I want to say you guys all did a really great job. Ari, thank you so much for helping out, and all of my friends, you guys did a wonderful job. If we are doing these again soon, I hope to see all of you guys there. Oh, and before we hop off, Matt, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, if you guys are interested in these classes, they'll be doing group classes starting the month of October. So 2 weeks from now is the first day. And you basically can pick 4 classes with Jason. He'll be doing 8 different options, 4 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. And you also get access to a chess tournament as well. So you get all that included. So it'll just be like learning for an hour. And then Jason is going to have these tournaments that he may pop into. I'm not sure exactly, but they will be after the classes are over on two days, one Saturday, one Sunday. So definitely check it out. Everybody have a pretty decent time with this. How do we feel? Was it pretty exciting? Would anybody be interested in doing some more of this again?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for your attention, and we will see you guys then hopefully. Anything last to say, Jason? You got a few seconds. You got 20 seconds left. Last advice for chess for my friends here.
Guys,
One
who
advice
knows
thing
pi
for
to
them.
the 16th digit? No, I'm just joking. You guys, great chessing today. I look forward to seeing you guys all again soon. Remember to castle. Remember to bring out your pieces quickly and effectively. And I'll see you guys next time. And Ari, I'll see you on Thursday. No, I'll see you tomorrow.
What? Oh yeah. All right.
Okay. Bye, guys. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.